exciting things to announce today.
Yeah, as you can see, this year we're going to celebrate Universal Processing's legacy and look ahead to our evolution.
All right. Welcome to FaBled Hunters.
I'm Yuanji,
I'm Saint.
and today we're gonna show off some stuff.
Yes, we are. Yeah, this has been a journey, right? Because we've talked about promos on and off.
Yeah.
And I think we even did an episode on the long game. It was on the long game. The promos were never featured on FaBled Hunters, right?
Oh yeah. I think
Yeah, so our viewers have never seen this product. So,
Yeah, you want to show you? There's a not inconspicuous long box.
yes, that says promos dash flesh+blood, right? And here, I'll take a stack.
Yeah.
I'll lead us off. You're welcome to go and observe and chat, and we'll see. These are the promos from early days. Many of these were purchased from people selling their collections, especially the early ones. These are all local game store LGS promos.
Yeah.
I personally like them a lot, but I just accumulated very, very many of them because throughout the years, many people selling their collections, during the tumultuous times of the ups and downs of the TCG market, some of people cashing out. I have to say that out of these times, I remember two local game store owners getting out of, oh, these are cool. These Sam Yang, these are only in the original Ira decks, I believe, right? And then in these, I remember purchasing these for a pretty penny. I think these were at one point 80 to 100 a piece. And you've got some rainbow foils of the extended arts. But yes, local game store owners at one point reached out to me, and I had to, give some financial support to two such LGS owners who were experiencing tough times, Everybody's got bills. Some of them have families, mortgages, car payments, again, credit card bills and other debts, employees to feed. And I believe I did the right thing by, buying out their positions. I believe it was helpful. And here we are. The goal was just to, help folks out. But after I hope she shows up soon. I hope a white-haired illusionist shows up soon. Very, very soon. Phantasmify. She's got such pretty eyes. And all these cards all came with these collection purchases. But again, the majority of these cards came from the buyouts of local game stores. And local game stores that really needed it. Yanni, do you have any of these that you believe are notable?
I mean, there's a lot of playable cards that get given out as Rainbow Foil Armory promos.
Oh, these are definitely playable, right?
Yeah.
From the Tales of Aria, Titan's Fist, even, right? When Winter's Wail was no longer available. Was it even banned for a while, right?
Yeah.
Shiver, not so much, but Rosetta Thorn, come on, if that is not an iconic card from that time, right?
Yeah, so they printed a lot of these somewhat playable extended arts and Rainbow Foil. I haven't seen they're not like it's not a very active market, but occasionally from time to time I see pockets of interest appear.
That's fair. Pockets of interest, yeah. And I'd say I'm one of those sources of interest. Weave Lightning. I always thought it was a great card. It was spoiled early on in the Tales of Aria days. Did this ever see any play?
No, but mostly because
these are super rare.
Both of the Lightning heroes would end up using primarily non-elemental attacks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Both of the Lightning, meaning Briar and Lexi, right?
And I think that was just oversight on the card design at that time.
Or the hero design. The heroes are too powerful just by themselves, right?
Yeah, that it kind of enabled this play style where normally if you just play like powerful generics,
Oh, these are cool.
the cost is that you're giving up synergy.
Mm-hmm.
But these heroes had synergy with the powerful generics.
Yep, they did. The heroes themselves are the weapons in case of Voltaire,
Yeah.
right? We're just super duper strong. And here we are, Storna Sandakai, Waning Moon. This gets us all the way up to Outsiders, right?
Yep.
At
Dynasty.
LGS 120. So,
Hemorrhage Bar is Outsiders.
yep. So these promos started in 2019, towards 120. These are 2022. Can I get that on camera? Yeah, 2022. And the goal of collecting all these promos was never really to hoard any of these cards. These just kind of, a lot of them came with deals. A lot of them came with the unfortunate liquidations of local game stores where I didn't only buy promos, I bought other things as well. And I soon found myself with an abundance. Literally, all of this is more than I need. I'm a big believer of catch and release, meaning that, you know, some of these are very scarce. Some of them, especially I think 78 and 79, which I'll get into later, are very, very scarce. Almost as scarce as some of the WTR Alpha products. So this box of Flesh and Blood promos is going to find its way back to a market, going to, you know, leave this with a trusted consignor. They're going to be able to monetize and, you know, make business opportunities and get paid and make commissions off of it. So releasing this back to the market because I have all that I need and nothing more. Like I said in prior episodes, I've been working on different projects and I've got the completion of one such project. Obviously, it's a promos related video, but I also completed what I would say is the most ambitious Flesh and Blood collector's project ever featured on camera. So I've got the binders, 3 binders. How'd you help me out?
When's the part that you're gonna reveal that we're not featuring them on camera today?
6 binders.
Yeah, there's a lot of binders.
Yes. 9. You might not want to stack that high. It's heavy. And 12. Yeah, and this is the part that I'm just saying it's coming up on a FaBled Hunters episode soon. Might not even get filmed today, so it might be, I don't know, when they watch episodes weeks away from now. But we do want to feature this binder because, you know, this is a thank you from the publisher to local game stores, as well as motivation for each of you to continue supporting the game of Flesh and Blood. So here we are, always go with Dex. Dex is literally, in my opinion, as an avid and entrenched collector, the best in the business, the best product there is. We've got all the cold foils, a play set, Romping Club cold foil, LGS 1 through 4, Anathos, Kodachis, which will hopefully be coming back in the mix soon, as well as
I want a
the
new
Dawn
I want a
Blades.
new ninja weapon.
You want a new one?
Yeah.
The Kodachi wasn't good enough? I mean, it threatens and it almost does guarantee damage, right? Just puts them on a timer.
Give
you know?
me something new.
Okay. I'm sure they'll have new ninja weapons, but maybe people will still be playing the Kodachi. Fair, right? It's a pretty efficient weapon, right? 1 for 1, and they're not going to waste the whole card blocking it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So you've got these extended arts. Something like a Wrecker Romp is already very in demand because it's a natural blue 6,
Yep.
right? Block 3.
The only generic brute
Yeah,
6.
yeah. Blessing of Deliverance. Big card. I played it in my classic constructed heavy hitters deck, I believe. Or no, I played it in my Underdog Blitz deck.
Yeah,
Blessing-
Underdog Blitz.
Underdog Blitz. It was really good for Guardian. Helped me with life gain. And then you've got, the 1 for Ninja, 1 for Warrior. You've got the Teklo pistol as well as the adjacent cold foil from, what are these? From Arcane Rising, right?
Yep.
And you got a couple of other Arc full arts, which are really sweet, really sweet. You've got the full set of head jabs. Again, Sam Yang. These are the comic art. And then this is when the non-foils are around 20. That's still early on. It's 2020, where you get the Recurromp, you got 3 ofs.
I think
in
originally,
foil.
it was they made non-foils.
Extended art, non-foils, and then they transitioned to all of the pitches, right?
Yeah.
And a big complaint that people have when they're collecting these LGS sets is that, look, it could be all on a page, right?
Yeah.
If it's an order, but instead they flip through like Iron Song Response. It's a missed opportunity. You know, LSS wasn't thinking about, you know, collectors and binders and whatnot. So
I mean,
that's too OCD.
You could put them on the same page if you wanted to.
You could if you really wanted to. Exactly. But you'd have to arrange some things around, and yeah, not ideal. So yeah, and this is the end, right? The Arcane Voltic Bolt.
Yeah.
And these are the Monarch promos.
Yeah.
I mean,
Release.
when this came out, these things were really fire. I think everybody wanted it. Everybody knows the story of Monarch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all of these were very valuable. Oh, the Galaxy Black. This is like the Galaxy Black cold foil, but in the promo version, it's an alternate art of the alternate art, and our alternate version of the alternate art.
Yeah.
Everybody's speculating on these. People are speculating on the hatchets. It just went all crazy, I would say, right? Again, Phantasmify. She looks better when you've got 9 of her. She's really nice. Hopefully she's coming out, to a Mysteria box near you. I think this was in the original Calling Cycle, right? Tales of Aria release in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
The amulets.
So the amulets were their pre-release.
Yeah, pre-release of Tales of Aria.
Yeah.
Right? I was at the Channel Fireball one, which was in Las Vegas. Yep. And you've got the weapons, again, weapons saw play. Even Shiver, obviously, in limited, right? All 3 weapons saw play in limited formats. I've got to specifically talk about Strength of Sequoia. Strength of Sequoia has a special story. This and Arcanic Shockwave, I'm not so sure about the story of Arcanic because I think Arcanic has a print run of 1,000. Strength of Sequoia is truly the only bottleneck and probably the most expensive and the biggest pain in the ass card to secure. Because, as far as I know, Strengths of Sequoia only came with the Alpha Investments promo.
Yeah.
And what happened was there was that whole debacle with Tales of Aria and the manipulation of too many boxes and the supply during the Channel Fireball days where they had thousands of cases and they just dumped, cases for $43 a box on the market, basically under wholesaler cost. That created a lack of demand for Tales of Aria Unlimited. Mm-hmm. So Strength of Sequoia number 78. Yeah, this card, number 78 out of 100. There were something like 1,000 to 1,500 copies printed initially, but I verified this with Rudy the Magic Guy. Rudy only released under 500 copies and was asked to either destroy or send back the remaining copies of Strength of Sequoia.
Yep.
So that said, I wasn't able to reach out to MinMax Games for comment, but I'm a customer. That said, I was really happy to report that MinMax Games was one of the few people, after looking for about 2 months online, MinMax Games, I got 1 copy from the Rudy promo because I buy almost everything Fab from Rudy. And then I got 2 copies of Strengths of Sequoia, I think something like $70 or $80.
Yeah.
And they were just, there. I think they had like a limit 3, and hopefully they still have any copies if there's anybody interested in 1, 2, or 3 copies of this card, because this is the true bottleneck from the LGS promos. All others, you could just go to your normal local game store and collect everything that was shown before here. And obviously the old stuff is a little more expensive from these first few pages, but that said, just from my normal collection buys, I was able to accumulate almost everything except for Strength of Sequoia, and the other one was Arcanic Shockwave. I don't know how Stackswell got them, but he had his hands on 2 or 3 of these promo Arcanic Shockwaves, and I literally purchased them off of eBay from Stackswell's eBay store. So that was very difficult to find. This was very difficult to find. Everything else was, pretty simple, pretty abundant, pretty cheap. all in all, outside of my buys, which you saw the long box, yeah, these promos, I spent less than $500 constructing the remainder of this binder, and that includes the 2 Strengths of Sequoia promos, as well as the Arcanic Shockwaves. So thanks, Stackswell, for hooking me up with 3 really hard to find, or two or three really hard to find promos. Crack Bobble was really awesome. This was great around the holidays, 2021 holidays. And yeah, these, gotta shout out these, Blue Illusionist cards. Blue Illusionist cards. Hopefully these cold foils will be all the craze come May and after, right? Because we're speculating hard on that white illusionist, our white-haired illusionist in the key art. We've got our shitty Christmas present, which is matching our playmat, because it's one of the few playmats of promo-only cards. So, yeah, Blossom Spring was a good substitute, especially in Blitz, for the Spring Tunic, right? And then we've got, obviously, the we're here in the Uprising era with the Phoenix Flame, the Searing Ember Blade, Storm of Sandakai, all these thematic, 1 hero adjacent card per, and we roll things out with the Assassin. And I have Hemorrhage Boar Red Pitch, 119, Hemorrhage Boar Yellow Pitch, 120, and because there's only 360 slots, I do have the Hemorrhage Boar in blue, but yeah, that will be the next. Now, Yuanji, you I know you don't collect this stuff, but how do these normally get sourced?
Yeah, I mean, like, most of the time, most of, like, the extended art rainbow foils, if you go to one of your local game stores' weekly armory events, they just get they get these armory kits. Nowadays, they also have social play kits. So there's also some promos given out there where, I think each store gets, about 32 to give away per week of these extended art rainbow foils.
Yeah, for sure.
And then 1 cold foil per kit to the winner, or however they decide to distribute it, per week. So, I mean, like, it depends how large your armories are, but, like, most stores I know, they don't run armories greater than 32 people.
Yeah, I would go and collect a couple here and there if we had a local game store, in Midtown Manhattan. Unfortunately, we've got a buttface who doesn't want to carry Flesh and Blood, despite my best efforts for 4 years. But that said, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think that I find the cool thing about you putting together this binder is, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when I first got into card games. Yeah. And I was playing Magic. And I put together a binder full of cards. And nowadays, I think everybody makes, like, a trade binder or whatever. It's, like,
a lot
transactional.
Yep.
But I remember just, like, putting cards in a binder.
And just enjoying the cards for what they are.
It's like I opened a booster pack. I got, like, a cool
card.
I think it was called, like, Gust Wave, whatever. Some like, Bird Soldier, legendary guy. And I don't know, just put it in the binder.
Yeah.
And then I would just, like, occasionally get home from school and just flip through the binder, just look at the cards.
Exactly. This is what it's there for. It's to flip through the binder, look through the cards. I don't know what the prices are, but I guess some of these, like the OG cold foils, are $40, $50. Yeah. Yes, there's a value there. Some of the extended art original foils and non-foils are $8, $10. Maybe these head jabs have some value to them. Yeah. But the point wasn't to collect a lot of value. It's just I collected a bunch of stuff. I really enjoyed this line. And, this shows solidarity and support for local game stores because this is the LGS line. Hopefully this will encourage others to support their local game store. Or if they've been supporting their local game store, they can aggregate a bunch of the copies. Hold on to these cards. Keep in a binder. You don't have to go, ham and go 3 of. You could just go 1 of. And then
you don't even have to go 1 of everything. Just get the ones that you like.
Yeah, that's true too. Get the ones you like. 56. And just a reminder that the hardest parts are the playset of Strength of Sequoia, playset of Arcanic Shockwave. And as long as you collect these 2 key cards, the biggest bottleneck being Strength of Sequoia. Thanks again, MinMax Games. Appreciate you guys. Then you have full access to the entire suite of cards. It's not too scarce, but it's still scarce enough at sub 500 print run. The only things more rare than a Strengths of Sequoia promo is basically a Heart of Findal or Rainbow Foil Majestic from Alpha Welcome to Wraith. So, I mean, that Cold Foil Eye, same thing, Rainbow Foil Majestic from Arcane Rising. Otherwise, everything from Crew onwards is more plentifully printed than these Strengths of Sequoias. These Strengths of Sequoias are probably even more scarce than like a Marvel Emperor, for example, or a Marvel Leviah. So, yes, keep supporting your game store. Sometimes collecting is just about collecting what you love, what you appreciate. Like I said, I just accumulated a whole lot. I'm releasing, there are 360 cards in this binder. There's something like 1,000 extra promos in that long box. Those promos are getting caught, they're getting released back into the market.
Yeah.
And hopefully that will fuel. I think there's one Strengths of Sequoia in there and 2 extra Arcanic Shockwaves in there that's going back to the market. So 2 or 3 collectors would be able to fulfill their sets and collect their sets. So that's just the message. Again, everything here outside of my normal acquisitions, organic acquisitions, it cost me less than $500 to put everything else together. A lot of these promos are like $1 to $3.
Yeah,
Some of them aren't even $1.
You just go to your local game store, pay the $5, $10 entry, whatever.
Yeah, that too.
You just get these.
You get the future ones,
Yeah.
and then the old ones, you can buy them off of people. You accumulate them during your collection buys, or simply go on your website and purchase the ones that you like. So please look into it. Hopefully this provides some food for thought for the current and future aspiring Flesh and Blood collectors. And that's all we got. This is checked off. We got the LGS promos checked off. There might be other promo binders and other promo assortments that are in the works, but I still have a lot of work to do. So yeah, we'll feature them when they come.
Maybe 3 years from now.
3 years from now. This took nearly a year. Once I got a lot of it, I had to buy all the 30-cent and 50-cent cards and then get them on TCG Player, and we don't have it in stock. We sent you the wrong one. I have to order more. I said near mint, but what's the scratch on the card? So a lot of little headache, but here's the final product. I'm glad to show the results. This is the first 4 years of local game store promos from 2019 to 2022. I know there are promos in 23 and 24, but I don't know. This is just the early days of Flesh and Blood, and the first 100, 120 promos just seemed very significant and seemed to speak to me. You still got some really cool cold foils. I don't know if I'm going to go from 121 to 240 for the next binder, but if I do, I'll definitely share it with the Fab Fam. So hope you liked what you see. Support us on Patreon so you can support the Fabled Hunters as well as the Fabled Runaways. Let's go Runaways, everybody. And remember to like, comment, subscribe, twiddle that notification button, and we'll see you next time, guys.